In November of 2022, a college student in Idaho walked into a house to check on her friends, and what she found was so disturbing, so beyond comprehension, that she ran outside and collapsed into a scream. But here's the thing, the house wasn't broken into. There were no signs of struggle from the outside, and two of the people living there had slept through the whole thing. This is one of the most terrifying real-life murder stories in modern American history, and the most chilling part is what investigators found right next to one of the victims' bodies. But before we get to that moment, we need to go back to when everything felt normal. Moscow, Idaho, a small college town with tree-lined streets, brick sidewalks, and a population just under 26,000. It's the kind of place where people still leave their front doors unlocked and say hi to strangers. And nestled at 1122, King Road was a 3-story house, rented out to a group of University of Idaho students. Inside were Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernadle, and Ethan Chapin. These weren't just names. They were full of life. Kaylee, blunt, beautiful, and fiercely loyal. Madison, her ride or die since 6th grade. The one who could calm a storm with just her laugh. Xana, athletic, quick-witted, and just starting to come into her own. And Ethan, Xana's boyfriend, kind of a golden retriever in human form. Just pure good energy. November 12th, 2022 started like any other Saturday. Tailgates, laughter, late-night food runs. By 2 a.m., all 4 students were back at the house, tucked in for the night, or so they thought. At some point between 4 and 4:25 a.m., someone slipped into the house. Quietly, deliberately, they moved room by room, upstairs, then down. And by the time the sun came up, Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan were dead. Each had been stabbed multiple times. The 2 surviving roommates, located on the bottom floor, never heard a thing. They thought their friends were just sleeping in. It wasn't until nearly noon that someone entered one of the rooms and saw the horror. Blood everywhere. Walls, floors, bedding. One of the surviving roommates ran outside, her screams breaking the stillness of that cold Idaho morning. Within hours, the quiet college town was a crime scene. The police were stumped. No sign of forced entry, no weapon, no suspects. For weeks, the killer had vanished without a trace. Students fled campus. Parents begged their kids to come home. Candlelight vigils lit up campuses nationwide. And then a clue, left right next to Madison's body, was a leather knife sheath, a military-style K-bar, and on the button snap was DNA. That DNA would blow this case wide open. On December 30th, police made an arrest. Brian Kohberger, 28, a PhD student in criminology at Washington State University, just 8 miles away. He studied serial killers. He had written surveys asking ex-cons how they planned their crimes. His classmates said he was socially awkward, intense, but brilliant. And now he was being charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. His phone had pinged near the house over a dozen times before the murders. His car, a white Hyundai Elantra, caught on camera fleeing the scene at 4:20 a.m. Prosecutors believe Kohberger meticulously planned the attack. And yet, one mistake, leaving behind that knife sheath, may be what ends up sealing his fate. Today, the families of Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan are still waiting for justice. The house on King Road is now boarded up, but the pain still lives in every parent who sends their kid off to college and wonders if they'll come home. This case is ongoing. Brian Kohberger has pleaded not guilty. If convicted, he could face the death penalty. But for the rest of us, we're left with a question that may never fully be answered. Why? Why them? Why that night? And how could someone walk into a home filled with love and commit something so evil? If you found this story disturbing but important, consider subscribing. I post true, strange, and dark stories just like this every week, and I'll be covering updates on this case as they unfold. Stay safe, be kind, and I'll see you next time. Subscribe, watch next story, Candlelight.